Hello and welcome to another video. So when I first started making these videos on Spark AR Studio about 8 months ago, my first project was basically having a go at everything at the same time and hoping something would work. I'm sure you can all say that that's probably quite crazy, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and even by my bemused look right now, I'm sure you can see I had a lot of fun doing it. However, it's now time to return to that approach of having a go at everything at the same time, but this time with a little bit more structure. So I'd like to introduce Finding Bernie, Part 1, Segmentation. This is going to be a series of videos taking the things that I've learned so far to build my very first game. Cue the demo.
So here we go. I'm going to find Bernie. Right. So this is the basic version of the game. It's really simple. Obviously, I need to expand upon it. Right, so there he is. So you tap on Bernie, you get the rather impactful sound, and then you reset him. Now, this won't be the actual game because I think, well, it's just a really basic game. So I think what we'll obviously do, or I'll do, is find Bernie is the point. We'll have some kind of scorecard that will keep counting up points as you find Bernie. We won't have that try again, I think. We don't need to do that. I think once you've tapped on him, you've got him. And then probably we'll add some kind of speculative sort of effect around him to help you hunt him down, because this is the problem now. You've got to find him again, right? And I set the randomizer not just to the I guess it's the Z plane. Well, the X plane, the X and Z plane. It's on this plane, but it isn't. It's also the Y plane. So in theory, I mean, this is the problem, right? It's a game. You've got to find Bernie. I mean, this game is not a game to be playing on a train platform, because one, you just won't know where you are, you won't check where you're looking around, and you could easily fall off the platform if you keep doing this in a circle. Okay, let's go down. Come on, Bernie, where are you? See, this is the thing, right? I bet you... Oh, there's a little cat tunnel there. Oh, where is he? Okay, come on, you must be... See, look, there he is. He's up there. Okay, so that's the basic game. Whew, that was a bit loud.
Bit of channel admin time. Thank you to all those who have subscribed in the last month. At the end of January, I had 140 subscribers. And now I'm up to 160 subscribers. So I can't thank you enough. It's really great. And it shows that clearly what I'm doing is working. So may it continue. I will aim, I think, for maybe 500 subscribers by the end of 2021. It feels doable. So I'm sure with your support I can get there. Thanks again. So moving forward, so you've seen the demo, but we're not going to go to that straight away. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of dial it back and start with some of the basics, because I've realized that that's what I need to be better at. So I need to be better at the basics before I can be better at trying to build an actual game, and ultimately that's what I want to do with this series, is build a game. But to do that, we've got to learn some of the old stuff, the basics, why we do something the way we do it. So we're going to do segmentation. That's the first thing I'm going to cover. So here we go. I'm going to open up this basic file I've created. Let's get the camera working. Cool. Okay. I've already added a sphere. It's just a basic primitive you can get from the asset library, which is free. And then I've added in an image. It should be noted that image is 1024 by 1024 pixels. So that is a huge issue for quality, but we're going to come back to that. That's going to be future future tutorial about how to improve that. All I want to do today is focus on the segmentation. So in the words of General Chang, I can see you, Kirk, can you see me? Loverman Chang. We're going to basically work on doing masks, or a mask, or in this case segmentation, and we're going to then reveal me in this scene, which you can't see at the moment. You can't see me, but I can see you. So how do we get the segmentation to work? Well, what we do is we head over to the camera on the left hand side under scene, and then on the right hand side in the inspector you will have the first thing to do. I would do this way around just because it's then logic in your head, is you want to decide what you want to segment. So in this case you get two options under the segment. You get person or hair. In the case of this, I'm just going to do person. That's going to give us a texture, and that's going to pop it down into our textures library folder, bottom left hand corner. Then we're going to do a texture extraction. Now, this one I'm not sure about yet entirely. I suspect by the time I get to the next video, I'll understand it better. But in the case of this, I just know I need it. So, next step. We now have 2 additional textures in our texture folder. Okay, so within the focal distance, so this would be, I'm going to go to 2D view. Let me just scale out a bit. So within the space of the 2D, we're going to add a canvas. So we can see it. Okay, there's our canvas. Let me zoom it back in a bit. And then within this canvas, we're going to add a rectangle. Now the rectangle is the thing that we're going to add a material to create the mask. So to get the segmentation to work, you need to apply it to something to reveal something. Okay, so I'm now within the right hand side, and I'm going to select width and hit fill 100%, and then tap in the height and fill height. So there we go. So now we've got this rectangle within a canvas, but we now need to apply a material to that rectangle. So I'm going to create a new material, and then on the left hand side, it's been added into our materials folder. I'm going to rename it quickly to the mask. I'm going to capital M, camel case it because I'm an old person. Right, so now we have the mask material on the left hand side selected, and it indicated in the inspector on the right hand side. Let's just drag that a bit. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but you can now extract the camera view, which is kind of cool, and then you can lock it back in place. So I've got 2 textures, and I now need to apply them to the material. So the first one I think we're going to do, looking at the reading and way other guys do it, and girls, persons, is under texture. I'm going to go with camera texture. Now that's revealed me. Hello. But this is not what I want, because you can still see the background, which I don't really want to be showing you. So under alpha, which is down here, I need to select person segmentation. Now that's working almost, but not quite. So then under alpha test, and there we go. So quickly recap there before we forget what just happened. What we did there, under the shader properties, under diffuse, we added to the main texture, camera texture, and then under the alpha we did the person segmentation. So I suppose it's the alpha channel. It's like an alpha channel in After Effects. You're alphaing out the segmentation, something like that. I don't know. I'll read it again. But then we had to do the alpha test as well. Now the only other thing we need to resolve is we've got a bit of a rather jaggedy pixelated edging. Then again, it's not that bad. Everyone likes a bit of pixels. However, you can see the camera, not the camera, what am I talking about? The microphone. That's not going to go anywhere. So, but the cutoff is like the runoff, is the bleeding edge, is the threshold, all depending on the terminology you're used to, is the bit to rein in the edging. So how to smooth it out basically of the mask. So we'll just increase that now, and as you can see, it's reining it in slightly. Yeah, that's not too bad. Admittedly, I don't have a very cool, the background is too busy, so this masking effect isn't going to work terribly well. But for the sake of the test, that doesn't matter so much. Right, okay, we're in 2D view here, so let's go into 3D. So there we go, and if I then, under the little hamburger menu here, let's tap, oh, I'm already on orbit. So I've got orbit selected, so I now can rotate myself round. Oh my god, I'm going all the way around. I'm going all the way back around. And there you go, that is segmentation, or extracting a person or masking a person from the environment around them. I think I've got it a bit more of a handle on it now. I think I understand or appreciate the camera texture better. That's going to be helpful. And then obviously the person segmentation is really important. Now, looking at it on the right hand side under the alpha, there was this extra option called invert. Cool. Right, so there's the invert we talked about briefly, well I talked about briefly, about masking, right? Hang on. So that's that thing like in After Effects and Flash where you could do the invert of the mask. Same in Photoshop, same in Pixelmator, you could do an inverting of the mask. So lots of simple mechanics, lots of simple repetition. Okay, so that's segmentation. I guess the next video will be a step up from that. I suspect it'll probably be adding Bernie. So you know when I showed the demo, you could see that Bernie was obviously positioned somewhere behind me. That's what we'll do next. And then after that, I think we'll probably look to improve the 3D space here we have, because it's poor quality. You can see it here, it's very pixelated. And then after that, we'll probably look about more of the game mechanic, but to get into that, we'll obviously have to do a bit of doodling, maybe draw some diagrams to work that out, and then obviously get it deployed and updated into the system. So yeah, well, hopefully you've learned something new. Sorry for all the waffling. I'll try and keep it a bit more concise in the next few videos, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Do let me know if you like this video or not, and also do subscribe. It will help with that mystical, magical algorithm that YouTube use to help with YouTube channels, so I would appreciate it. Also, you can now follow me on Instagram and keep up to date with all the things I'm experimenting with and trying out. And finally, you can also download all the projects I've created from GitHub. Thanks.